Thank you for clicking on the video. Welcome back to the channel. This is another review for The Real Housewives of Atlanta, Season 15, Episode 3, A Star is Reborn. This whole crossover with Sheree and Martell, I'm gonna get it. This is exhausting. Okay, I am exhausted already. I was just talking about her ass. Literally just stopped recording my Love and Marriage Huntsville review to come over here and review Real Housewives of Atlanta, and we starting with Sheree's ass, where we left off with Sheree's ass on their episode. Anyway, she hosting a brunch. She's having Sonya and Marlo over. Everybody back from BravoCon, you know, they talk about it. They had a great time. Apparently, Mama Joyce was on the panels making comments towards Todd that were quite disrespectful. She was asked to say 3 nice things about Todd, and she said she gonna say, well, he's short, and you know the crowd got a good key. Why is she still talking negatively about Todd? Ma'am, they've been married way too long. 2 children. I'm not understanding. Anyway, Sonya and Drew also was going back and forth on the panels. Drew, she was saying, you know, that somebody asked, I guess, or Sonya was saying that Drew was giving her a hard time, and Drew says, "Did I give you a hard time, Sonya, or were you looking for a hard time with me?" Sonya like, wait a minute, because apparently they had squashed it and then moved on after the reunion, and then you get on the panel and start acting like we still got beef. So Sonya feel like she do a lot in front of the people. Anyway, they all have a good little key at Drew's expense. You know, they be laughing at her. Sheree moves on to her conversation with Kenya about Martell. And you know, she says Martell felt ambushed. She really defends her man, you know, her man. He felt ambushed. You know, she says he's sweet, he's kind, he's funny, he's none of what we see on his show. Girl, he is all of what we see on his show. Because if it ain't no real reality TV show out there, that one is. Those people are giving us their real personalities. Nobody is faking. What we see is what we get. None of, especially the men on that show. Martell ain't giving us a character on this show. He's not. That is who he is, Sheree. Don't try to tell me anything different. Anyway, Marlo, she was like, at first, you know, she didn't really see it for Martell, but she can see he's consistent. You know, he shows up for her. So shit, tell him to hook me up with somebody. Girl, abort mission. You don't want to be girl, none of them. I would what? Martell's friends. No, thank you. No, thank you. And Marlo, you just throwing that out there because I don't even think Martell know nobody in your tax bracket dating pool. Because you know you likes to date the rich folks. Okay, you likes to date the wealthy. And have you watched Love and Marriage Huntsville? It ain't no shade. I'm just saying, like, girl. Martell ain't running with those kind, okay? He not running with those kind. He not running with the Ted Turners, okay? Anyway, Drew and Ralph, they go rock climbing. It's a date, you know. We talk about her getting into music, and you know, he's happy for her. It's a good thing, you know, and he say they can be like Ike and Tina. And she like, excuse me, what? Girl, he meant exactly what he said. Y'all gonna be like Ike and Tina. With him being on your single artwork, Ike and Tina. Cause why he on there? Why is he on the cover? He's such a fucking pick-me. Like he wanna be a star. You know, he wanna be on top. You know? You wanna be on top. Ralph want to be on. I want to be on top. He want to be on top. He want to be America's Next Top Model. Anyway, Um, she said she checked the streams for the song, and it was at 33,000. And he like, oh yeah, yeah, that's bad. She like, what? I thought that was good. He say, no, but I mean, there was no marketing for it. I'm like, well, what? Y'all ain't even promote the song? You just put it out and thought that we was all gonna say, I wonder if Drew got new music. Girl, no, you have to tell us that you have it coming out, and so we can go over there and check it out. You just gonna assume the people just gonna go around there. Did you post it on your Instagram? Anyway, Drew said he just kind of wiped his hands with it. And he did. He said, once I put it out, that was that. Like, you on your own. I'm finna go after my endeavors. You know, this was my catalyst to do what I want to do for me. Because it's about Ralph and his career and him being on top. He wants to be America's Next Top Model. You know that. Anyway, they talk about Bravo Khan, and he gets excited again to talk about himself. Oh yeah, somebody came up to me and was like, Ralph, gaslight me. And then we see the footage. And then I don't know if the editing was weird or what, but it was just it was weird. Anyway, moving on. Kenya, she in there yelling at her team, being mean. I mean being mean. She ain't got no respect for the people that work for her. Talking about some, she like to, in her confessional, she's saying she likes to take young people under her wing. Girl, so you can mistreat them. She got issues with her graphics for, for marketing for Kenya Moore hair care. She calls the graphic designer, this is still not the right size. He's like, oh, come on. I did it 5 times. What you mean? In her confessional, she basically is like, I'm just always having to school these people. It's like, with my team, I feel like I always have to mentor them. So nobody's competent. Okay, anyway, girl, you disrespectful. Okay, you disrespectful. You like to sun them people, and no, not effective. No, that's not good leadership skills. No. She calls Mayetta. Mayetta is in a wedding, and she has to choreograph the bridesmaids' little routine. And Kenya's like, you know what? Speaking of that, I got this event coming up, HBCU themed. She's doing something. She's hosting something, and she wants Mayetta to choreograph, some stand routines, so they can J-set for their life. Mayetta would love to. I love how we bring in Mayetta in. Go ahead, girl. Go ahead. Okay, because they canceled her show she was on. What was that show she was on? Hollywood Exes. I think that's what it was. Anyway. Candy, she got on her sissy see-through clothes. She said she got a date night with Todd. They going to sit courtside at the game. But she got to stop in here to film right quick. They map out her to-do list. Half of that shit, girl, you ain't even got to do. You just be wanting to do. Some people just want to be busy doing a whole lot just for the sake of saying, oh, I have so much on my plate. Candy's one of those. She's one of those. Because she got all this stuff on the, let's list it weekly live on the YouTube. Why? You ain't got to. You don't got to. You don't got to you ain't got to do to speak on it. But you're doing it, But, here we are. We got Candy Coated Nights podcast coming back. Why? Soul Train Awards. Okay, you got to show up to that. Ebony Power 100 event. I'm sure you need to be there for that. Candy Cares event. We got to do the philanthropy. Blaze's birthday. Absolutely. Celebrity Game Face. You could have declined that. You ain't had to do that. And Portia's wedding. I mean, send a gift. Y'all friends like that anyway. I ain't think so. I mean, but anyway. And build a new restaurant. That's on there too. Oh, and Ty's movie. And she just like, oh, we got so much. Speaking of Todd's movie, like, I don't want to take the lead on it. I ain't trying to be the lead and role or nothing like that. I just want to be the executive producer. That's all she want to do. Mayetta comes in. She drops by. Of course, we talk about Bravo Con. Don Juan can't wait to lead that conversation. Because we got to dive into this, into Mama Joyce being real mouthy on these panels. Candy, she saying she ain't called her mama since, but I mean, that's not good enough. icing her out every now and then ain't good enough. That's just not gonna cut it. Todd found out, the clips went round once she was out there saying all that. And Kayla sent it to Todd, who called Candy. And Candy was like, yeah, I done already seen it, What you gonna do, Candy? What you gonna do about your mama? I mean, don't look up and Todd get fed up. You don't want Todd to get fed up. People can only take so much, and he all about said that. Listen, I'm trying to be cool, but I'm about to be like, fuck it. Sorry, babe. You just really gonna let your mama badmouth your husband? Just saying, cause she gonna look at the camera, talking about some don't come with me with that bullshit, mama. I'm tired of it. You are? No, you need to talk to your mama face to face and get her on board with what's going on. Otherwise, she got to go. You listen, I'm going to cut you off. You will no longer be welcome in my home. You will be limiting your time with your grandchildren because you're not finna be around here with us. And that's how you talk about their daddy. They're going to see it one day. Kayla already seeing it. She don't care. She don't care because Candy continues to fund whatever it is she needs, and that's your mama. We get it. We understand not wanting to have that type of tough conversation with your mother, but at how old is Candy? 47? Girl, at 47? At 47, I be damn. You so grown, I wish my mama would. Absolutely not. No. Y'all peers at that point, for real, for real. For real, she one of your friends. Okay, she one of your little friends. And so, nah, you're gonna have to set the boundary and really stick to that. Anyway, Drew, she says she having cousin Courtney over. Y'all, let me just preface by saying there is something off about this cousin Courtney situation. And maybe it's just me, but I just don't believe it. Yeah, you can run into your family. Listen, when I went to college, I found out I had a cousin that was there already. But you know what? We linked because our parents knew. They knew all of that, and in conversation, they was like, "Oh, Lexi's out there too. Link them up." We met at Walmart, went grocery shopping. I went back to her house. She cooked a meal for me. Cuz looked out. She was a year ahead of me. Shout out to my cousin Lexi. And every time we see each other at homecoming, cousin, like we're not like close, like, cause we grew up together, but knowing that I got family on campus with me, that was refreshing. That was one of them kind of situations. But you out at a party and like, what was this conversation for y'all to even come about finding this out? I just don't believe it. I don't believe it. Something is, some in the milk ain't clean. I'm getting they fucked vibes. That's the vibe I'm getting. They have had a past. Was she in Tampa? Drew, you better watch. You better watch. Because he's so happy. Cousin Courtney. Oh, my cousin Courtney. Oh, my cousin Courtney. So beaming. My cousin Courtney. You don't know her to be all this. Is it just me? Some about her. Then you come over to them people's house. And you bring, first of all, let me backtrack. So we can lead up to that. They're having Courtney over, whatever. Candace calls. And Candace from Potomac, from Real Housewives of Potomac. Candace is on a tour and she will be in Atlanta. She was going to have Shamari DeVoe up to the stage, to share a moment with her, but Shamari is not going to be able to do it. And so she says, Drew, can you come do it? I know you're trying to get back out there. You want to do it. Drew is happy to do it. She is excited. So she's, she gonna go. She got to, invite everybody she can invite out to the show. Anyway, Courtney gets there. She bring her baby daddy. Her baby daddy, Bryce Wilson. I remember Bryce Wilson. Y'all remember Bryce Wilson from the Unbreak My Heart video? Was it Unbreak My Heart? No. It's not Unbreak My Heart. It's You Making Me High. Right? Yes, it's the You Making Me High video. And my best friend just told me, she gave me a little tea. She be having a friend be knowing. She be knowing the backstories. She be knowing the backstories. Friend missed her calling. Honestly, she should be in journalism, the way she researches and really finds these things out. Because I would have never known this fact that he was in that video because they was dating. We was kids at the time. Like, how we know that? I wouldn't have even thought to look that up or to even find that out. But anyway, or maybe she found out in passing. Either way it goes, I didn't know that. I recognized his face. As soon as they showed 90s version of him, I was like, yep. He was fine back in the day. I remember him in all the videos. I remember him. He was in some group. Don't remember that. But I remember that face. And absolutely, I remember him from the You Making Me High video. Anyway, they have a 24-year-old daughter together. When he showed up, Drew was like, oh my God, hey. They did a movie together back in the 90s. So everybody's like, oh, okay, we all acquainted. Mm-hmm. They not dating. They just co-parent well. Why is he here? Again, I don't understand or trust this Ralph Courtney cousin situation. It's like when let me move on because y'all, I don't trust it. I don't trust it. Anyway, Drew, she decides, oh, since you here, let me call Candy. Mess ass, she gonna call Candy. She gonna FaceTime her. The girl, she ends up walking away and go and join the guys, off to the side talking. But Drew, she get on the phone. Oh, hey, Candy. We having cousin time with Courtney. Courtney say hey. Courtney back there, hey. Candy say, okay, so why are you calling me? Oh, I was calling. Oh, no, I'm not trying to be messy. Oh, no. Drew is so full of shit. Girl. Please. Anyway, she tells her, what's going on. She invites her to see her sing or whatever at Candace's show. And she say, yeah, girl, I'm gonna come see your little performance. I'll be there. You messy. You messy. You are messy. Candy basically was like, I don't like her. Why are you calling me? Anyway, when they sit down and talk, and have dinner or whatever, Courtney, she feels like Sonya kind of plays both sides because, they talk about the party. And Sonya basically tried to remove herself out of the mess. Like she wasn't carrying the bone or nothing like that. Or like she wasn't privy to certain things, whatever, certain details, whatever. She just feels like Sonya plays both sides and she gonna have to watch. And Drew is like, yeah, watch that one. She give it a rundown. Sonya will say one thing to you and then switch it up when she get around the group. Marlo, we see her and the boys riding around. In this, she talks about her other nephew who was killed. He was and why people be saying unalive now? Anyway. Like why we everything got to be politically correct. Damn, I mean that's the word you taught me for what it means. So why we got to switch up words all of a sudden? Anyway, he it was due to gun violence. And so she keeps William and Michael close because of what happened to their older, I don't know if it was their brother or not, but probably just maybe a cousin of theirs as well. But they ride around to Neiman's and pick up her good garments and she head on home. She got to show us she a rich lady. I mean, that scene was so pointless. Anyway, Candace, she's in rehearsal. Drew gets there. I don't know why Courtney there so early because the people still rehearsing and she in the building. I guess she gonna show up and support. All the ladies start pulling up. Everybody's showing up. The show is about to start. When Marlo gets there, everybody kind of give her dry hellos, and Sonya leans in and is like, "Okay, so what's the deal with Marlo? Are we talking to her? What we doing?" Mayetta, she got her own issues with Marlo. She don't like, in Jamaica, Marlo tried her. She tried it. She tried to play her. Marlo ends up bringing Courtney over to the table because she was by herself. Sheree didn't end up showing up. Sheree said she didn't feel good. Sheree, girl. Sheree just don't like Drew, so no, she not coming. She didn't show up. Courtney, was pulled over to the table. Of course, Candy rolling her eyes like, I ain't got to speak to this bitch just because she's sitting over here at the table. The show starts. It's a cute crowd. It looks, packed in there. Candy gonna say she's a Beyonce fan, and she is, and that's okay. Most of y'all are. Half of y'all are. I mean, listen. She had her blonde hair. She had her fan blowing her. She had her bodysuit. She had her boots on. Go ahead, Candace. Candace is really coming into the artist Candace. I'm proud of her. I really am. And I know her castmates be mad as hell, but anyway, she bring Drew out. Drew sachets out. Drew looked a mess. Drew, girl, why was that your outfit choice? To get up on somebody's stage? Not to say you should have been looking like Candace, but anything but what that was. And then she get up there and do some oohs and ahs. Everybody, the ladies are looking like she do her oohs and ahs, and that's it. They don't even sing because they have a song together. They didn't even sing the song that they have together. Anyway, Drew is excited though. She's proud of herself. She's excited. Ralph got flowers for her backstage and everything. And I guess it's just the experience of getting back out there. You went back up on stage, even if it was small. Congratulations. And we're proud of you for doing that, because it is, although it's, everybody else is like, that's it, that's all you can do, that's all you was gonna do. She did something. She got up there, I mean, and that's there's a lot to be said about that. She ends up going out there and joining the ladies in the crowd. Chris is also out there. He's like, hey, Chris, good to see you. Chris got flowers for his wife. The ladies, they end up meeting Drew backstage, and Kenya say, listen, I want to know what was going on with you? Why you had such a small woo-woo moment? And Drew is like, well, it was Candace's set, and I was there to support her. Kenya says, but we're proud of you. We are proud of you. We just want to see more. We want to see more. Well, that ain't up to her, y'all. She can't just take over the show. Sonya gives her flowers as well. You did great. We're proud of you. It was good to see this, all that. But then she want to know, okay, but what happened on the stage at BravoCon? Now we have to rehash this. Sonya picks moments to, to have a moment, and it be written all over her face that it's like, okay, I gotta go back and forth with this girl. We gotta go toe to toe. I gotta be the one that, reads her down. Like I gotta give that off because we filming. And half the time that shit don't even be necessary. You could have called Drew if that's how you felt. But like she said, you wait until you get in front of everybody so you can have a moment. But both of y'all do that. Both of y'all do that. Both of y'all do. Yeah, they messy in their own little way. Because they really going backwards. They, it's that. But you said, but I said that because you said, please. It's all trivial bullshit. Let's move on. They agree to squash it. We're gonna move on. Let's do lunch. Cool. Candy, okay, Courtney, I got something for you. Sonya has to, chime in and kind of repeat what she told Candy about what, Courtney was saying. And Courtney doubles down on, yeah. But I want you to know I'm from the ghetto too. And so I didn't mean anything by it, If she had kept telling you, like, further along, I was in support of it, I love the ghetto people. Girl, what? My whole family's ghetto. You sound insane. Kenya, she's standing off to the side, because she chimes in, telling her, girl, you a little hostile. You're a little hostile. You're getting a little antsy, you know, which is making Candy more and more angry, you know. Courtney really ruffled Candy's feathers. Damn, I can't talk. And I don't understand. She let her get to her with the quickness. She didn't even realize, girl, you was being baited from jump. Ralph Chris, Mayetta's husband. I still haven't. What's his? Is his name Scott? I don't want to call him Scott. That's really. But I feel like that's his name. What's his name, y'all? They over there kikiing over the drinks or whatever, and then Sonya's off over there, like I said, bringing up everybody's beef. She's you know, getting the people going. She brings up Mayetta's beef with Marlo, and Mayetta don't mind repeating herself either, you know, so she does. Kenya, she off to the side looking like, that's my girl. Proud of her. Proud of you standing up getting your moment. You better earn that peach, girl. That's my girl. She really looked proud. She really looked proud over there. Drew, she changes the subject, you know, and asks Candy, what's going on? Is everything okay with Blaze? And, you know, after the incident. And Marlo's like, oh, you mean the shooting? And Candy is like, I ain't talking about that. That's a private matter. Marlo gets up. Okay, since we gonna talk about what we want to talk about, not what we need to talk about, we just gonna avoid shit. All right, I'm out. She gonna get her stuff and go. I'll catch y'all boys later. And Candy is, I mean, okay, but can we talk about you slicing that girl's face? Let's talk about that. Marlo like, okay, good one. We always talk about that. and which we do. Like, that's not nothing to pull. That's not nothing to pull out the hat, because, I mean, we know that. We know about the mugshots. We know about all that. She's been transparent about it, so try again. Try again. You don't get to not talk about this, Candy. Honestly, this is something that should be captured. You know, like, we ain't telling you to you know, have, you know, any type of conflict, or, you know, you're gonna mess up the investigation in any kind of way. You're not, I mean, we're not trying to derail things, but girl, come on. You're on a reality TV show. You're not gonna say, oh, that's a private matter. You're not coming back to work like at 9 to 5 at the office and everybody want to know what happened. It's not one of those. That's when you say, oh, it's really a private matter. That's when you don't talk to your coworkers. But when you're on reality TV, you got to talk to your coworkers and tell them what's going on. Oh, at best, you could have just said, things are fine. You know, my cousin's doing well. He's recovering. You know, but it's a legal matter, so I can't really get into details about what's happening legally. But he's doing well. Like, keep the focus on him and his healing and how he's processing through this. We ain't talking about the legalities. Anyway. They wrap up, you know, the evening, they wrap up filming or whatever. And a production camera still gets some footage of Drew and Marlo arguing, because Drew said incident, and she like, why you ain't just say shooting? She feel like Drew is playing the whole, because Drew feels like she's lost people to gun violence, and she can't say shooting. At least that's Marlo's interpretation of it. I'm really confused, because Marlo is really angry, talking about her deceased nephew and how he dead, and you know, basically Candy gets to tiptoe around things and they sweep everything under the rug with her, but y'all want to drag, you know, my life. Y'all always asking me about what man I'm dating, if I'm dating old white men, or what do I do for a living. Y'all are always dragging me and want me to divulge, but Candy is met with an opportunity where she should divulge, and y'all fine with just sweeping it under the rug. Everybody's just going to do that for her. She was upset about it. Then we see some footage, production shows where, because she said that the nephew that she lost used to work for Candy, and she reached out to Candy, and you know, when it happened, you know, and told her about it. You know, do you remember X, Y, and Z? He used to work for you, blah blah blah, and Candy says, oh, no, he no longer works here, but but damn, that's fucked up. She felt like she didn't give her enough. She wasn't empathetic enough. Then there's footage where she actually talks about it with her face to face, and Candy is still dry with her. Marlo's girl, Marlo is looking for. I don't know what she's looking for. I don't know what she wants from Candy, but whatever it is, she ain't getting it. And she done got upset. Okay, she get out there talking about Drew is still in character. You're an actor. You still in a character. She going off, girl. Whatever. Until next time, because I don't even know why you was this angry, Marlo. I just don't understand. I don't. Can somebody please tell me why she was mad? I don't know. Anyway, be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. It's Call Me Busby, and I'll chat with you later. Peace and light.